Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and in this video I'll be going over the various discounts and bonuses that are now active in GTA Online as of Thursday the 23rd of December 2021. All of these are going to be available for 1 week until Thursday the 30th of December. So first and foremost, snow is back. Go have fun because it'll be another year before we get snow again in GTA and it's a bloody great time, especially for proper racing with the lower grip levels that it brings. Rockstar normally likes to have snow on for New Year as well, but with this event week finishing on the 30th, it's possible they only leave it on for this week. I hope not, but you never know, so make the most of it. Next up we have the new car release of the Xeno. It's in the Supers class and can be purchased from the legendary motorsport site for just over $2.8 million. Because of the snow, I can't properly test it for lap time or top speed, but based on the handling data, it's probably going to be another A-tier supercar similar to the Ignis. Not quite on the pace of the top S-tier cars like the Emirates or Krieger, but quick nevertheless. But if you don't want to spend the money without knowing, or just want to know how quick it is even after buying it, I'll have the testing out as soon as the snow's gone, so make sure you subscribe with notifications turned on and all that other good stuff. One quick thing to mention is, don't apply either of the bottom two mirror options to this car. Just like with the XA21, it will make it flip out on curbs and bumps faction style. Stick to the stock mirrors or no mirrors options. Another new car that's available is the Baller ST, and you can get it for free for this week only. It's in the SUVs class and its official release will come much later in the drip feed order, so get it now if you want it. It's basically exactly the same as a Baller LE LWB in terms of the shape of the car, and doesn't have much extra in the way of modifications beyond a few liveries and body changes. You don't get any of the Armani tech on this 7th copy-paste Baller either. Again, we'll find out how it performs properly when the snow has gone. The podium vehicle this week is the Mamba, which can be won by spinning the lucky wheel in the casino. It's in the Sports Classics class and normally sets you back just on under $1 million. It's a damn fun car to drive, but very challenging and one of the more difficult ones to master. Certainly worth winning for free and modifying to your tastes when it comes to the roof options specifically, though keep in mind it won't be winning any Sports Classics races anytime soon. The prize ride this week is the Clique, which can be won by finishing in the top 4 in 8 LS Car Meet races, then claiming it at the LS Car Meet Slam Truck. It's in the muscle class and normally costs you just over $900,000. Due to the existence of the Buffalo STX and even before that the Dominator ASP, the Clique can't really compete in muscle class races anymore, but it's still a good A-tier car for organised racing. The premium race this week is Downtown Underground, which is an old style lap race in the city for the Supers class. One of the more skill based tracks, you'll be best off with the usual S tier of supercars like the Emirates and Krieger, especially in the snow. I wish they'd put some tuner street races up as premium races for a bit of a change, to be honest. Also, the regular town trial this week is Elysian Island 2, which you can see being completed later in the video alongside the premium race track, with the RC town trial being Davis Quartz. In terms of regular vehicle discounts, it's actually a good week for once after a long time of not much. As mentioned, you'll get 100% off the Baller ST, but there's also 40% off the Tygon, Divest 8 and Penetrator, with 35% off the Adder. None of these supercars are at the top of the class for performance, but these are some decent discounts nevertheless. There's also 40% off the Comet S2, which is the only tuner car that hasn't been winnable on the LS Car Meet podium, though it won't do much in tuner races, and after the nerf to tuners which I covered in the last video, it doesn't have its crazy high top speed anymore either. There's also 40% off the Windsor Drop and Rapid GT Classic, the latter of which is in the top tier for the Sports Classics class. Finally, for regular cars, there's 35% off both the Stinger and Stinger GT, which I can't recommend highly enough if you want one of the best driving experiences in this game, especially in the snow. For other vehicles, there's 50% off the RC Tank and Ramp Buggy, plus 40% off the Rocket Voltic, Akula, and both Cargo Bobs, which are exactly the same, it's essentially just a different livery. You can of course find out the lap times, top speeds and tiers of all the vehicles that I've mentioned here by checking out the playlist and video links in the description and pinned comment. In terms of discounts specifically for Amazon Prime Gaming members who've linked their Rockstar Social Club accounts, you'll get nothing once again except the 100k bonus per week. It's been long enough without anything now that it seems like it's the end for these Prime Gaming vehicle discounts at this stage, which is unfortunate. It would be good to have seen them just go through everything else again, but I suspect this will be the last time I include this segment in these videos. Also, if you do have Prime Gaming and you haven't already, make sure you're giving your free subscription to a Twitch streamer each month as well. It doesn't have to be me, but make sure you're giving it to someone, as you're basically supporting them with a $2.50 donation without any extra cost to you. Other miscellaneous bonuses this week include double money on stockpile and in and out adversary modes, plus 1.5 times money on the new VIP contract missions and preps. You'll also get Christmas liveries for the Baller ST and Comet S2 Cabrio, which hasn't even been released yet, so keep an eye out for maybe a Christmas Day giveaway or early release like we've seen today with the Baller ST, especially because the livery for the S2 Cabrio is called Santa's New Sled. All the usual festive bonuses and clothing are back to access as well. There's also 40% off nightclubs, nightclub renovations, terabyte and terabyte renovations, plus 25% off contract DLC clothing. In terms of my deal of the week, it's hard to look past a free car, but I have to put the Stinger and Stinger GT here. It's only a 35% discount, but if you've ever even considered getting either of the Stingers, just do it now. They're not easy cars to master, and I'd say more for enthusiasts who enjoy the way a car feels to drive rather than outright performance or a car that just works without much input, but especially now with the snow around, either of the two Stingers will give some glorious driving experiences. Try them out in the hills or around the North Loop racetrack, for example. In line with the regular drip feeding of vehicles, next Thursday should see the release of either the Comet S2 Cabrio or Patriot mil-spec. However, with it being the Christmas period, things can change, so keep your eyes peeled during the week. And now it's time for the news and discussion segment of the video, where I ramble on for a few minutes about something while you watch me complete this week's time trial and showcase the track for the premium race. So first up, yes, I decided to do the time trial and the premium race in the snow. The time trial went pretty well, it's a pretty decent time trial to get in the snow. Some of them would have been impossible, but this one totally works. I even was able to do it in the adder like I normally do. And the premium race in the snow was, well, it was hilarious because I was the only one who I think made the first corner. But you'll see the full race of that as well, and I chose the Wagner for that one just for a sort of throwback back to the past. And I quite like the Wagner, the way that it drives. But when we come on to, what we're actually going to talk about during this discussion part of this video, there's quite a lot to go through really, because we haven't really digested in a discussion format the whole tuners nerf. Obviously I talked about that in the last video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. I'll leave it linked in the description and the pinned comment as well. But all the tuners have been nerfed. Most of them have lost a little bit of speed in terms of straight line speed, at least in terms of performance around the track on acceleration, but their top speeds have remained generally the same on the flat surface. But their top speeds have been nerfed when considering low grip tyres and lowered stance, so they don't reach those crazy high top speeds anymore. Really interesting that Rockstar, the discount after the update where they nerfed the high top speed for the Comet S2, they put the Comet S2 on discount for 40% off or whatever it was. Really interesting that they chose to do that. Obviously the Comet S2 is the only one that we haven't had on the LS Car Meet Slam Truck that's possible to win for free as well. So yeah, and it's also really weird, speaking of Comet S2s, it's really weird that they've given us a new Christmas livery for the Comet S2 Cabrio, Santa's New Sled as it's called, but haven't given us the Comet S2 Cabrio to put it on. So there's probably going to be something going on there, maybe an early release of the car on Christmas Day or something like that. But yeah, definitely keep your eyes peeled for that, because this isn't the last that we've heard about that. I feel like the Comet S2 Cabrio, we're going to be getting it at least available to buy, if not for free or on a podium or something like that, throughout the course of this week before next week. Anyway, I think I covered my thoughts on the the tuners nerf in the video pretty well. It's a shame, and it's another one of those strange Rockstar decisions where they fix something that wasn't of much consequence and end up ruining something else that people really actually like in the process, especially when it comes to the handbrake boost. So yeah, just a bit of a shame, and hopefully they revert it, but I don't know, it's impossible to second guess Rockstar these days. Then there's the contract DLC itself, which I actually managed to finally play through all the missions last night. I didn't get a chance to do it before then, just because I've been testing cars and then having to retest tuners and make a video on all that. So I finally played them through on stream last night, and it was pretty good. I enjoyed it, especially the sort of the Le Mans and Franklin missions that you unlock at the end. And yeah, I think it's almost like this is the direction that GTA might go in the future, where it's I said this years and years ago that I wouldn't be surprised if any future GTA 6 was completely an online world, and you know, all the story missions are just from your online character's perspective or something like that. Then you've got all the online stuff on top of that, all in the same area. You know, I feel like the chances of that have gotten a little bit higher with the introduction of this DLC and seeing how it might work. But it was fun, you know, and I would like to see more VIPs. You know, if the agency could not just be forgotten about like every other business that gets added to GTA, and serve as instead a platform for new missions, you know, bringing new VIPs in. We said on the stream yesterday that Love Fist would be a great addition. Doing a VIP contract for Love Fist would be awesome, you know, bringing in new story missions through the agency and through Franklin, and then maybe other artists, you know, whatever they want. But that would be a perfect implementation of the agency, and not letting it just be forgotten about and only for these Dr. Dre missions. I would like to see more stuff as well. So yeah, we also did talk about the contract DLC a little bit, and also dissected the definitive editions on the podcast last week, and that will be going up on the podcast channel tonight. So I'll put the link for that in the description and pinned comment as well, if you want to see a more sort of long form discussion on it all. And obviously the testing, it has to wait, you know, the snow is here, there's nothing I can do with the snow around, which is kind of nice, you know. It does give me a little bit of a break over Christmas. It's going to be nice to be able to just sort of relax, and then I can wait until the snow's gone before testing the cars. And I'll probably just put out one video with all the cars that are available at that time, sort of a part 2 of the contract DLC, rather than doing, you know, spend one video for the new Xeno, one video for, say we get the Comet, and then another video for the Baller. I'll just put out sort of a part 2 which will contain those, and then all the future drip feed vehicles, obviously every Thursday they get their own video. But yeah, sorry about that, you know, there's nothing I can do with the snow there. I can't test these cars properly. The lap times are obviously completely incomparable, so I will get the testing out as soon as I can after the snow is gone. But for now, just enjoy the snow, you know, enjoy the Christmas time in GTA. It's always a bit of fun. They always add a lot of cool stuff and outfits, and the snow being there is such a big change, and it's always fun to, you know, bash around in that. So yeah, just enjoy it, and this will be the last video before obviously Christmas as well. So if you celebrated, have a great Christmas. If you don't, have just a nice week, I suppose. And yeah, thank you guys all so much for all of the support, as always. You know, it's been a crazy last week and a bit with this new DLC, and I really appreciate the support you guys have shown and continue to show. And keep an eye out on the channel for Christmas Day, where there'll be the usual special video that you might know if you've been around for the last 2 years. So as usual, I'll be back with another video just like this next Thursday, the 30th of December, where we'll go through everything that's changed once again. Feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.